Okay, we are back. Completely forgot about the next case opening up. Usually it opens up the night before on my home state. Yearly departure. Matthew, we suffered a major blow from Ad Astra. They killed Neo with a car bomb that was intended for us. Clearly, the Ad Astrans don't take kindly to our meddling in their conspiracy. Tough luck. We won't stop until we brought them all to justice. On the plus side, we've already unmasked several of Rosetta's allies, and we've foiled their sheeple plot. This plot involved drugging the population with a mind-altering substance extracted from the meteorite. And we know Ad Astra are not done with the meteorite. Matthew discovered that they needed it for something else, too. Something called Plan Supernova. At least the meteorite is safe in Sarah's care now. The director assured us no one could tamper with it on their watch. But what if the Ad Astras already got what they needed from it? After all, Rosetta had her hands on that meteorite for a long time. On top of everything else, we have our hands full with another shocking discovery. That Mayor Warren is also part of the Ad Astra conspiracy. The mayor was on a trip and is due to land at Grimsboro International early this morning. For now, he has no idea how much we know. I want you to surprise and confront him with the evidence we have against him. You got it, Chief. We're headed to the airport. Stat. Mayor Warren, Senior Trooper Matthew and I need a word with you. Oh, Senior Trooper Matthew, thank goodness you're here. A woman just collapsed at the gate bar. Someone fell ill at the gate bar? That's unfortunate, but... No, Senior Trooper Matthew, you don't understand. She was having convulsions, and then she stopped moving. I think she's dead. Alright, Mayor Warren, we'll go have a look. You stay here. We'll need a word with you later. There's the body. There we go. And I still got the first star. Matthew, the mayor was right. That woman lying across the bar is dead. Warren says she was having convulsions, and look, her limbs are all contorted. What do you want to bet she was poisoned? But you're right. Martine will tell us exactly how the victim died. In the meantime, we should examine the scene. Luckily, there aren't many passengers around this early in the morning, and now the area's been closed off. I wonder where the bartender has gone, though. But first things first, our victim's dressed as a flight attendant, and her name is Dolores Zamora. And hey, you're right. The woman posing on that cardboard cutout for Osprey Airlines looks just like the victim. And the man standing next to her is a pilot. We better look him up in our database. If they were working together, he'll be a valuable witness. And I agree. We need to grill the mayor more than ever. Not just about the conspiracy, but also because he was the last one to see this woman alive. Good thing our investigation has the airport locked down. The killer can't slip away from us now. But I need to get some stars, so sit tight, everybody. Okay, now, I got 10 stars. Talk to Mayor Warren. Senior Trooper Matthew, is that woman okay? Please tell me that you were able to save her. No, Mayor Warren, she was poisoned. Apparently she was a flight attendant for Osprey Airlines. Do you remember she was on the same flight as you this morning? Maybe. I was trying to sleep during the flight. After we landed, I went to the gate bar for my usual post-flight espresso. That's when I saw her collapse. But I can't say I noticed anything else. I was preoccupied with other matters. Matters such as Ad Astra? We have reason to believe that you're part of this group, which orchestrated the murder of a police officer. We know you received a text message after our police car was blown up. It said the job is done. Senior Trooper Matthew, I get a lot of strange messages from all sorts of people. Being a public figure attracts the crazies, believe me. To infer that I have conspired to kill a police officer is totally absurd. I must wonder about your priorities, Officer Jones. If you have time for conspiracy theories when someone's just been murdered, good day. Did you hear that, Matthew? He sure has some nerve. He knows we can't pin anything on him, but if he thinks he's off the hook, he's sorely mistaken. There we are. Shane Redfern is the pilot. According to the database, the pilot on that cardboard cutout is Captain Shane Redfern. Flight logs show that Redfern and our victim were both on the same flight this morning, the one that delivered Mayor Warren back to Grimsboro. No flights are allowed in or out of the airport until this crime is solved, and the same applies to passengers and crew. So that means Shane Redfern is still at the airport. Let's go ask him about the victim. Captain Redfern, you probably know that one of your crew members, Dolores Zamora, died today just after landing. Yes, Dolores and I always flew together. We've been part of the same crew for years. She was supremely dedicated. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt her for any reason? No, I can't imagine anyone having it out for her. She was a class act all the way. But I can tell you that she had a room rented out year-round at the Tarium Hotel adjacent to the airport. You might find something there. Thank you, Captain Redfern. We'll be in touch if we need further assistance. Let's get to the victim's hotel room, Senior Trooper Matthew. Oh, son of a gun. Mini bar. Torn paper. Perfect. Matthew, can you imagine having a hotel room rented all year round? Must be expensive, but I guess it's normal for flight attendants. However, I see you're more interested in the mini bar. It's a bit early for a drink, but if you insist... Oh right, you think that mini bar could be a clue? Then let's dig through it. And what's all that torn paper? Let's piece it back together. and I'm taking care of everything. I'm going to start with the torn paper first. It's written in Spanish. Okay, I recognize the victim's name on this note you pieced together, but why is it there twice? I don't understand a word of anything else. You're right, Matthew. I bet Gabriel will know what this says. Let's get the note to him. I will be speeding up the autopsy later because I am a little bit behind. Aha! Credit the hotel room card. Matthew, what is that hotel key card doing in the minibar? It can't be the one for this room. That makes no sense. The name seems faded, but I bet you can still decode it. LaRue. (613). That's that reporter. Matthew, that key card from the minibar belongs to Louis LaRue. The last time we saw him, LaRue was chasing a story in the Dome, and he got mixed up in the murder of that scientist who, you know, ran those tests on Zoe, and then she... Anyway, about LaRue, I never liked the man, but he's an old friend of Zoe's, and to his credit, he still visits her at the psychiatric hospital. But now his key card turns up in the victim's hotel room? You're right, Matthew. At least we know LaRue's room number. It should be easy enough to find him and ask him to explain. Jones, what are you doing here? Has something happened to Zoe? No, LaRue. We're here on police business. A flight attendant was poisoned at the airport gate bar this morning. Oh, that sounds awful. But why do you think I can be of help? Because our victim was staying at this hotel, and we found your key card in her room. Did you know Dolores Zamora? Miss Zamora? Yes, I was doing a couple of interviews with her for a series on safety and air travel. I accidentally left my key card in her room. We agreed to meet up at the gate bar so she could give it back to me. But when I got to the bar this morning, it was closed because of a police investigation. Now I understand why. I can't believe Dolores is gone. This happens to whistleblowers far too often. I'll see you guys when these are done. Well, I did say I would be speeding this up, so I'm going to get the foreign message out of the way first. Hola, Matthew. ¿Cómo está usted? Gabriel, did you get so used to speaking Italian to your girlfriend that you forgot your English? No, Jones, that was Spanish, not Italian. Although, funnily enough, I did meet Sophia in Spain. Yeah, one day you must tell us how you two met, Gabriel. But for now, do you have any news for us on that note Matthew pieced together? I do. The Spanish note was a threat to the victim. It reads, "Pain is what you'll get with your last drink." This threat references the exact way the victim was poisoned. The message is wordplay on the victim's name. Dolores means pains in Spanish. And from what I understand, she did die in horrible convulsions. So this note was a serious threat from the killer. Well, at least you now know your killer speaks Spanish. Well, our Spanish-speaking killer will go loco when Matthew sends them to prison. Yes, they will. we'll go ahead and speed up the victim's body. Matthew, I must say, this is the first time that I have ever seen someone poisoned with this substance. The poison that caused the victim's death was a pesticide called Pest B Gone. It deoxygenates blood. It takes a few minutes to act on a larger organism. The victim ingested the poison by way of a protein smoothie, judging by the whey powder and almond milk in her stomach. Someone must have spiked her drink at the gate bar. Well, we didn't find any glass or cup near her body. We'll have to keep an eye out for that since she was poisoned with the beverage. Another interesting factoid for you, Matthew. Pest B Gone is sold only through Cloud Mall. Cloud Mall? What the heck is that? Haven't you ever been on an airplane, Jones? Cloud Mall is a shopping catalog that's always in the magazine pocket in the seat in front of you. They sell the craziest gadgets to airline passengers. Automated shoehorns, inflatable owls for scaring away possums. And they're the only retailer that sells Pest B Gone. The killer only could have ordered the poison through Cloud Mall. So the killer reads Cloud Mall. They should have read Crime and Punishment instead. The Dostoevsky novel. Matthew, we were sent to the airport to confront Mayor Warren about his involvement in Ad Astra. But instead we found a poisoned flight attendant. The mayor saw her collapse at the gate bar after they landed. He claims to know nothing more. Of course, you can't trust a single word that guy says. We spoke to Captain Redfern, who was the pilot on the same flight, and to Louis LaRue, who'd interviewed Miss Zamora for a story. The odd thing is, the victim was poisoned with a drink, but we haven't found the glass or the bartender of the gate bar. Well, I have news about that. I just got a call from airport security. The bartender at the gate bar turned up. And she's raising quite a ruckus. Wow. We're going to have to contain the damage in Chapter 2. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we are set to start Chapter 2 of Dearly Departure, Case 49 in the Conspiracy. She's raising quite a ruckus at the airport. You'll have to calm her down. That's no problem for Senior Trooper Matthew. Let's get back to the airport. Tamu Wanjiku is her name, okay. This is an outrage. You cannot keep me from doing my job. Ma'am, please calm. Wait a minute, we know you. You're Tamu Wanjiku. You used to work in Old Town. Yes, I got a job at the airport gate bar and moved here. Is that a crime? I sure didn't expect to be unfairly accused of murder again. Nobody's accusing you of anything, Miss Wanjiku, but we need your help. Please, let's sit with Senior Trooper Matthew and talk. I did not even recognize Tamu Wanjiku. Miss Wanjiku, we've been wanting to talk to you. A flight attendant was poisoned at your bar, and you seem to have disappeared. I just went to get napkins and straws from the storage area. It's at the opposite end of the airport. When I came back, I wasn't allowed back at the counter. I was detained. I see. What about the customers at the bar? Did any of them seem suspicious to you? That was the first arrival of the day. A few passengers and crew members came to the bar. This flight attendant was one of them. She ordered a smoothie, but I sure didn't put any poison in it. I served some other customers, but none of them were memorable. Some quickly left to take the shuttle. That was when I also left to get supplies. People took the shuttle, you say? Good point, Matthew. The killer might have gone that way too. We better check it out. one more, and that's the umbrella, and I can see it. 4 seconds. So this is where the passengers from the victim's flight came to take the shuttle. Where should we start looking? You want to go for that trash can, Matthew? Really? Well, I guess it's time to get our hands dirty. And what's this broken sign? We better piece it together. There could be information we need on it. Okay. There's the wine glass, just a regular glass rather. Matthew, who threw a dirty glass in the trash? They could have washed that milky stain off it, and you're right. It looks just like a smoothie glass. It could be the victim's missing glass, the one that contained the poison. This clue could turn this case around. Let's get it to Amir straight away. $12, and now let's get the broken sign out of the way. Amity Malone, caregiver Dolores Zamora. This sign you pieced together is the one that airlines use for passengers who require extra assistance getting around the airport, boarding, deplaning. And according to this sign, our victim was assigned to assist someone on her flight. Which means we need to track down this passenger. Her name is Amity Malone, and... Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. You keep saying my name, and it seems serious. Is it serious? Please tell me it's not serious. It's pretty serious, Miss Malone, but it's a good thing that you're here. Senior Trooper Matthew just needs to ask you some questions. Miss Malone, there's been an incident at the airport. A flight attendant was murdered. A murder? Oh my gosh, I'm already terrified of flying. That's why I brought my therapy axolotl, Fred. Now I don't feel safe anywhere near the airport. Thank goodness to have my little amphibian buddy with me. Please take a deep breath, Miss Malone. The victim, Dolores Zamora, was meant to provide assistance. Oh no, Zamora? Dolores? She was the one who took care of helping me find the shuttle stop. Oh no! I said adios to her, but I didn't really mean anything that final. I should have said hasta luego. Oh my gosh! Miss Malone, it isn't as if you cursed her. She was poisoned. Poison? Oh my gosh, this is just getting worse and worse. There could be a mad poisoner on the loose. Well, I have a suggestion, Miss Malone. Why don't you and, Fred, go back inside the airport. The police can protect you there until our investigation's over. Well, my gut says no, that she's the murderer, but I've seen stranger things happen. We're coming down to the end of this as well. This case number 49, there's only 11 more cases to go. So I'll see you guys when the glass is done. Well, unfortunately, it seemed to have, not even gotten started, the Bandicam anyway. So, what I'm going to do here is, since I was so sure I was filming, I'm going to show you guys again. Matthew, I have news. The glass we found in that trash can was definitely the one the victim drank from. Not only was there almond milk and whey powder in the glass, but I also found traces of Pespy gum. So the killer definitely handled this glass. Did they leave anything behind? Funny you should ask. Deep in the ridges on the outside of the glass, I found traces of an alcohol-based stress relief tincture called Saved by Flowers. Saved by Flowers? Well, there wasn't anything like that in the trash can. That's good to know. That means the killer left the Saved by Flowers tincture on the glass themselves. So the killer needs a stress relief tincture, huh? Well, Saved by Flowers can't save them from Matthew. But you're right. It's time to get back on the trail, and what better place to go than the victim's room? I'm ready, Matthew. Locked phone. There we go. And I got the first star. It's a fifth already. That phone is really pink. It could be the victim's personal phone, though. You're right, we need to unlock it. And, that underwear is pretty racy, and that card is addressed to the victim. The card says, Dolores, stop sending me these. It seems whoever received these sexy undies from the victim definitely didn't want them. And the card isn't signed. Maybe you can get some fingerprints from it. I'll grab your dusting kit. Let's get the phone out of the way here. Ask. Oh, never mind. There we go. It's Dolores' phone. You got that phone unlocked, and there's a photo of the victim in her uniform. It has to be hers. Next stop is Kathy's lab. She can have a look through the victim's phone. 12 hours. You've got fingerprints from that card that was on the racy underwear, Matthew. Good job. Now we need to head back to the precinct and have the fingerprints tell us who wrote that message. 9, it was Joe Warren. Are you kidding me? Mayor Warren wrote that card you found on the victim's lingerie? So he did know her. Given the nature of her gifts, I wonder just how well they knew each other. Well, at least we have proof that they were connected. Time to confront the mayor. Mayor Warren, we have proof that you knew Dolores Zamora. We found a note you sent her. You told her to stop sending you sexy lingerie. Would you keep your voice down, Officer Jones? No one else needs to hear about this. Yes, I did know Dolores Zamora. We were having a fling, but she wanted more than a man like me can give. And you know the reputations that flight attendants have. Un novio en cada puerto. A boy in every port. I'm a politician, and I cannot be associated with a sordid fly-by-night affair, if you'll pardon the pun. So you just used her and threw her away? But when she wouldn't go, you had to take her out permanently? What? No! Look, I tried to make the breakup easier on her. I even bought her a boyfriend pillow from Clown Mall so she'd feel a little less sad. Well, for your sake, let's hope that Clown mail order only included that pillow, or you're in even bigger trouble. I'll see you guys when the cell phone is done. Sorry about that, guys. I had to end early because my grandma was getting a little impatient. And understandably so, because she had to go to bed. But now I'm at my house and I can finish this out. Got it. An aluminum fish. You found an aluminum fish in the snacks? And it has the victim's name on it? Wait a second. We know someone who curses people with fish. Tamu Wanjiku cursed the victim with one back in Old Town. We better go have a chat with Miss Wanjiku and ask her why she cursed Dolores Zamora. Okay, that's a little better. Now you don't have to see my ripped up shirt. Please do not comment about that in this video, because if you will, then I will mark them all as spam. Miss Wanjiku, it's time to come clean. You cursed Dolores Zamora with one of your fish. Why did I think I could hide that from you, Senior Chipper Matthew? Listen, that Zamora woman was horrible to me, complaining that I was slow, that the coffee tasted awful. Whenever she stopped at the bar, it was only to berate me. I was so stressed, I went through all my stock of Sage by Flowers in a week. Thank goodness Mayor Warren was here today. He said I could have his bottle. And other than take that tincture, how did you respond to Miss Zamora's treatment of you? I tried to connect with her, telling her we basically did the same job. Hers in the air, mine on the ground. Miss Zamora didn't take kindly to that. Her condescension only got worse, so I took a can from the recycling and made that cursed fish Mazunda style. But I didn't want her to die, and now you're just going to unfairly accuse me again. We won't accuse you of anything you didn't do, Miss Wanjiku. The evidence will decide. She's not the one. security camera unlocked. We should send it to Kathy. I hope she finds something useful. Hours, but you know what? I'm gonna speed this up. Matthew, that security camera you unlocked caught some interesting activity near the crime scene. Have a look. Dolores, great job on the flight today. Atta girl. Hey, take your hands off my... Did you just smack my bottom? How dare you! Wow. Wow. Did you see that, Matthew? Captain Redfern just grubbed Miss Zamora with no shame. Good on her for standing up for herself. Yeah, but she did slap her boss. What if he retaliated? That's a fair point. Let's go confront Captain Redfern, Matthew. Captain Redfern, we've come across footage of an interaction you had with the victim recently. She slapped you. Oh, that. I only patted Dolores' bum to be supportive. You know, like guys on a sports team. She misinterpreted the whole thing and went ballistic. Que hysterica. It's not like I smacked her with my copy of Clown Mall. You were still very disrespectful to one of your subordinates, Captain Redfern. Officer Jones, you obviously have no idea of the pressures a pilot faces. I have the lives of hundreds of people in my hands. So I forgot my manners. Maybe I was too relaxed from all the safe-bred flowers I have to take to keep my nerves on an even keel. And maybe you decided to get back at her for the slap this morning by adding poison to her smoothie. We're watching you, Redfern. So there was a lot more to Dolores Zamora than met the eye at first glance. Quite a few people may have decided to poison her. Tamu Wanjiku cursed her after being treated unfairly by the victim, while Captain Redfern got the slap of his life for his inappropriate behavior. But what I can't get over is how she told Amity Malone to flush her pet down the toilet. I mean, sure, it's an atypical animal, but... You're right, Matthew. We need more evidence if we're going to find the killer. And we can't keep the airport on lockdown for much longer. Good call. Let's go back to the shuttle stop for a closer look. If that was on the shoulder, Redfern may have been okay. But hitting someone on the ass is not good. I don't care who you're talking about. If it was accidental, then it's a different story. the next one. Oh, and I still got the first star anyway. How is that? Could this bottle be Pest Be Gone? We need a better look at the label. I'll grab your dusting kit. And would you say that this crime novel is in Spanish? It's called La Pantera de Pistola. That seems Spanishy. There's a dog-eared page. Let's look. Hey, you're right. That highlighted phrase matches the threat we found in the victim's hotel room. The killer quoted from this book. Luckily, I see some fibers stuck at the bottom of the page. We need to collect those. We'll have this killer caught in no time, Matthew. I can feel it. Did it. Poison bottle. And it does say that bottle's label reads Pest Be Gone. That's the pesticide that Martine said was used to poison the victim. Let's get this bottle to her. Got it. Well done. You got a sample of those fibers from that Spanish novel. Amir needs these right away. Hours. I'll have all stars collected by then. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Okay, everything just finished. Let's get the results of the poison bottle first. Matthew, the bottle of Pest Be Gone and the poison in the victim's stomach were one and the same. So we know the killer used this exact bottle to poison Dolores Zamora. Were you able to get anything else from it? Well, on the outside of the bottle, I found traces of a skincare product called Excess Baggage Serum. The Excess Baggage Serum helps lighten the dark circles under people's eyes. I don't think it works very well, though. The killer probably still has dark circles under their eyes. They say that under-eye circles come from lack of sleep. The killer won't be rid of their skin problems anytime soon. Okay, now the fibers. Hey Matthew, the fibers you found in that crime novel were polyester. Great. Polyester could be in anything. Don't lose hope so fast, Jones. I ran the sample against the fiber collections and found a match. This type of polyester is used to line neckties. The killer's tie must have shed a bit into the book they took the quote from. So the killer wears a necktie, huh? Well, I don't think that accessory will work with the jumpsuit. Do you, Matthew? Matthew, we have everything we need to put Dolores Zamora's killer behind bars. They can't get away now. Well, this is going to be a tough one. Or maybe not. Hard to believe it's not Joe Warren. And it's definitely not Louis LaRue. Definitely not Tamu Njiku. And hard to believe it's not Amity Malone. But it is this guy. Captain Shane Redfern, you're under arrest for the murder of Dolores Zamora. Murder? That's an exaggeration. I told you I just patted Dolores' bum, nothing more. We know that's not the truth. We found the smoothie glass that contained the poison you spiked your drink with, and you left traces of Saved by Flowers on it. This may come as a bit of a shock, but that tincture is widely used, especially in airports. Everyone is anxious. But we also found bits of the lining of your necktie in a Spanish crime novel that was quoted in the threat to the victim. Explain that. Again, neckties are fairly common in airports. Business travelers wear them. They even keep spares in their carry-on bags. Funny you mentioned bags, Captain. It just so happens that you also had under-eye serum on the bottle of pesticide used to poison Miss Zamora. You can't fly away from the evidence, Redfern, trying to tell us the truth. You're right. There's no escaping the truth. I killed Dolores Zamora. On this morning's flight, Dolores warned me that if I ever touched her again, she'd tell that journalist guy about my naps. Your naps? You mean you would sleep while you were supposed to be flying a plane? Yes, it's the only time I could. Whenever I'm on the ground, I'm plagued by the most terrible insomnia, but up in the clouds, I can finally let go. But you had the lives of passengers in your hands. I know, and Dolores knew this too, and if she told the press, then the airline management would know as well, and I'd be sacked. But I still needed this job. I blew all my money gambling in Vegas, but I still have 2 sons in college that I have to support. Dolores told me that she was meeting a journalist when we landed. I decided then and there to put a stop to it. I had ordered the pest be gone for a roach problem at my house, but I had a more immediate pest to deal with, so I used it on Dolores. Well, pest control won't be a concern for you anymore, Captain Redfern. You'll have to make friends with the roaches in prison. You're under arrest. Captain Shane Redfern, you stand before this court for the murder of Dolores Zamora. It says here that you poisoned her smoothie with Pest Be Gone. Dolores is going to get me fired, Your Honor. From the investigation report I read, I say you were well on your way to getting yourself fired. You were taking naps in the cockpit. With this in mind, for the poisoning of Dolores Zamora, this court hereby sentences you to 25 years in prison. I'm grounded for 25 years? I'll never fly again. That means I'll never sleep again. Wow, Matthew, the length that some people will go to. That pilot really thought he could kill someone and just keep flying into the sunset. That makes me think of another person who can still sleep at night somehow. The mayor. He claims to know nothing about Ad Astra, and that the text message he received was just some random weirdo writing to him about killing Mia. I know he seems like a good guy, Matthew. The whole city adores him, but I trust that goody two-shoes act less and less. If only we could find some irrefutable proof of his involvement in something illegal. You're right, Matthew. Finding that proof has to be our next step. Let's go. I'll see you guys for Go to the Stars 1 out of 6. See y'all soon. Alright, we have come back. Let's start to the Stars 1-6. Well, Matthew, you solved the case of the poisoned flight attendant and the murderous pilot. But we haven't made any headway figuring out what Plan Supernova is, and Mayor Warren has also slipped through our fingers. Of course, Warren denies being in the Ad Astra conspiracy, but we must learn everything we can about his involvement. You're right, the mayor is a frequent flyer. He says he always stops by the gate bar for a post-flight espresso. Maybe Tamu Anjiku can tell us something about the mayor so that we can confront him. And Matthew, Gabriel just called. He took Sophia to the airport, but there's a problem. Apparently they're waiting for you at the shuttle stop. Do you think you could stop by? Alright, but Gabriel and Sophia will have to wait until we've spoken to Tamu about the mayor at the gate bar. I bet that emergency involves the fact that the airport's still on lockdown. Miss Wanjiku, we need to speak to you about Mayor Warren. Does he come by the gate bar often? Well, he's a frequent flyer. He gets his espresso, but we seldom talk. And when he was here this morning, did you notice anything unusual about him? I noticed that he was a bit nervous. He kept fiddling with the USB key. He left it behind, actually. Security only let me get behind the counter a few moments ago, so I haven't had time to clean up. You might still find it. Great, let's have a look around the gate bar for that USB key, Matthew. Nope, didn't get it. But I got another 10,000 coins coming my way. This dish tray is full of dirty tableware. But if you think the mayor's USB key could be in it, let's dig in. There it is. Matthew, I shouldn't doubt your hunches ever again. You found a USB key among those dirty dishes. It looks pretty fancy too. Just the sort of luxury USB key you'd expect a politician to have. Let's get this USB key to Kathy. She'll be able to tell us what's on it. Okay, let's see. Matthew, thanks for coming. We're in a real predicament. Tell us what happened. Sophia's flight goes back to Milan. Sophia's flight to go back to Milan leaves really soon, but her luggage got stolen. Senior Trooper Matthew, I just turned away to say one last goodbye to my sweet tiramisu, and when I look back, my bag was gone. It's hard enough to leave Gabriel so soon. Having my luggage stolen is the last thing I need. It does sound stressful. Did you see anyone suspicious who could have taken your bag? No, we didn't see who took it. To be honest, in that moment, I only had eyes for my brainy cannelloni. Alright, leave this to Senior Trooper Matthew. We'll have a look at the shuttle stop straight away. So it wasn't the airport being on lockdown. Ugh. There we go. So I kind of goofed up there, but there's Sophia's luggage tag. Oh well, it didn't matter anyway. You're right, Matthew. That looks like Sophia's luggage tag, but no luggage is attached. That said, there's a pink powder on the tag. Maybe a sample will tell us who stole the luggage. Yes. You got a sample of the pink powder from Sophia's luggage tag. I think Amir's busy, so let's get it to Martine. This is 9 hours. I might speed this up, but we'll see. And I'll see you guys when this is done. When those two are done. See y'all soon. Okay, we are back, and let's get the results of the USB key from Kathy. Matthew, we already knew our mayor wasn't the upstanding citizen he pretended to be, but this USB key shows just how shifty he is. Really? What did you find? Well, remember how the previous mayor, Martha Price, was killed? Yeah, she was eaten alive by demon fish when she went to oversee their destruction. A maniac who wanted to unleash the fish pushed her into the tank. But what does this have to do with Mayor Warren? Watch this footage and see for yourselves. Joe, I'm concerned about going to the animal control facility alone. Do you reckon I should ask Senior Trooper Matthew to accompany me? Martha, we've discussed this before. It will be much better for your popularity rating if you handle this on your own. I don't know, Joe. Those fish are dangerous, and I'm not trained to... Think about the elections, Martha. You can do this. Matthew, it looks like Joe Warren deliberately pushed the previous mayor into a dangerous situation. He encouraged Miss Price to go to the demonfish tanks alone. And the next thing we know, Miss Price was found dead in one of the tanks. One of those tanks. Then a few weeks later, Joe Warren was mayor of Grimsboro, as if by coincidence. Interesting. Yeah, Matthew. Yeah. Matthew, I looked into Joe Warren's career. It's not the first time he's done something like this. No wonder he's climbed the ranks so fast. The slippery devil. I bet it also helps that his fellow Ad Astrans have his back. True. The Ad Astrans conspiracy has a hand in everything in this city. Exactly. Bateman financed Brian's company with his capital. Rosetta was the tech genius. The mayor has political power. The trouble is, we still can't charge Warren. He's careful enough not to have a direct hand in anything illegal. Well, I'd still like to hear how he explains this, wouldn't you, Matthew? Let's go to City Hall and confront him. Matthew, it seems like Mayor Warren is not in his office. Hey, who are you and who let you in here? We are from the Grimsboro PD looking for Mayor Warren, and you are? I'm his assistant, Mandy Pregadich, and I can tell you the mayor is not here. He won't be back all day. His assistant, huh? Then we need to speak with you a moment. Ms. Pregadich, we must absolutely speak with Mayor Warren. It concerns a serious criminal matter. I'm sure it does, but as I said, he's not here. And can you tell us where we might find him? If you must know, he's at Christian Bateman's vineyard. But I doubt very much that you will be able to speak with him there either. Let Senior Trooper Matthew worry about that, Miss Pregadich. We'll just have a bite to eat before we pay the vineyard a visit. So, the mayor's at Bateman's vineyard. Interesting. We know they're both in Ad Astra. Whatever those two could be talking about, we need to know all about it. But if we try to confront them directly, they'll clam up. We won't get any information. I have an idea, Matthew. Neither the mayor nor Bateman have seen me face to face. They will know that I work for the Grimsboro PD. If we can find some staff uniforms, I could get onto the property in disguise as a waiter. Great idea, Amir. And if you need waiter uniforms, I bet you'll find some at the hotel near the airport. Perfect! Matthew, let's head to the hotel. There we go. I know that it was a long shot, Matthew, but look, you found a box of staff uniforms. But that box is locked. Think you can open it? Five, 9, 5, 9, 5. There we are. Nine, 5, 3, 9, 3. Okay, let's see. 5, 1, 9, 9, 3. Well, I hope Amir will be able to come back out of this alive. Well, that box wasn't false advertising. There are staff uniforms in here. I'm sure that the hotel won't mind us borrowing a couple for official police business. Let's head back to the station. It's time to suit up for Bateman's Vineyard and spy on the conspirators. Wow, this uniform fits just right. That's good. I want to be comfortable for the next part of this adventure. Speaking of which, you're going to need this listening device. It's perfect for spying on bad guys. Matthew, I'm ready to go over to Bateman's Vineyard and eavesdrop on him and Warren. I'm nervous, but it's time to find out what the Ad Astrans are planning to serve up to us next. Well, looks like we're going to find out right away. What are you doing standing around like two imbeciles? Takes this tray of magnifique champagne and makes the rounds. Chef. Oui, chef. I am not le chef. I am le sommelier. Well, what are you waiting for? Allez vite. Wow. I thought he'd never leave. Now to work. I can see Bateman and the mayor. We should climb into that tree and spy on them. Joe, what is taking so long? The time for Plant Supernova is now. I completely agree, but we have to wait. I don't know why. I'm sick of cooling my heels. Senior Trooper Matthew is already on to us. What are we waiting for? I don't know, but it's best not to be hot-headed. What's important is that the plan must succeed. Matthew, this confirms our suspicion. Warren also knows about Plant Supernova, and whatever that plan is, it's being delayed. You're right. We'll have to debrief back at the station. For now, we need to get the heck out of here. And we'll get the pink powder sped up here for 6. 325 left of my cash. I did find some more. Or I did buy some more, I should say. Matthew, I have a match for the powder you collected from the luggage tag. That's good news. Sophia is really stressed out about her missing luggage. What have you found? The powder was sertraline, a common anti-anxiety drug. So whoever took Sophia's luggage is on anxiety medication? Good point, Matthew. I remember you mentioned an anxious passenger among your suspects, and it's possible her therapy axolotl isn't enough to calm her. Which means she could have taken Sophia's luggage. Let's go and find Miss Malone. Let's see what she has to say. Miss Malone, we need to take a look at that luggage. What? Oh my gosh. No! I guess. Oh my gosh. This piece of luggage seems to be missing its tag. Miss Malone, we know you have Sophia Quadrelli's suitcase. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, when I get super stressed, I take things that are not my things, but I don't mean to. Please have it back. I didn't touch anything inside. Normally Fred helps calm me down before I do something like this, but not this time. Miss Malone, we could arrest you for petty theft, but our friend has a plane to catch, so a fine will have to do. Now, Matthew, we need to rush this luggage to Sophia and Gabriel. Let's go. Hopefully we'll see her back. Grazie mille, Matthew. Gabriel was telling me that you would save the day. And you did. You found Sophia's luggage. Now, amore mio, I must go. I will let you know as soon as I land in Milan, d'accordo? D'accordo? Si, cara mia. But can I have just one last... Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Senior Chipper Matthew, I hope to see you again soon. Until then, have this to remember me by. Sorry that Sophia had to go back, Gabriel. She's quite the lady. I miss her already, Matthew. But I'm proud of her busy life and success. Did she tell you she runs an art gallery in Milan? Anyway, distract me with your latest discoveries. What did you find out about the mayor? Matthew discovered Mayor Warren climbed to the top by questionable means, and no doubt with the help of his fellow Ad Astrans. In other news, thanks to Amir and Matthew's spy skills, we know that both the mayor and Bateman are well aware of Plan Supernova. And whatever that plan may be, they are anxious to launch it. But according to what we heard, there is a delay plaguing Plan Supernova. Well, if there's a delay, that means we may have a little extra to figure it out. Matthew? What the heck just happened? Oh boy. It's a little hard to tell who that might be. We've already lost 2 colleagues in Rupert and Mia. I hope this isn't number 3. On December 27th, that is another Thursday. But I sure hope that the next case will not involve another of our colleagues dead. Three new ones. Three rare ones. And they are all rare stickers that I do not own. Or 2 of them anyway. All right, that will do. And I'll see you guys on December 27th.